Guys, welcome back to The Big Life. I'm Kate Phillips.
And I'm Leah Klenke.
And today we have two special guests. Leah, would you like to introduce them?
Yes, today we have Izzy Engle and Grace Restovich, two standout sophomores from the Notre Dame women's soccer team. And we're just going to get to know a little bit more about them, what they did this summer, and kind of how the next season is going to look for them and what they're looking forward to. So, first off, how are you guys?
We're good.
Doing great.
Got back to campus just a few days ago, and we'll be starting preseason tomorrow. So we're obviously super excited.
Exactly. Super excited to get started. We run the beep test tomorrow. So I know everyone on the team's excited. Just energy through the roof.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about yourselves in general, like where you're from, what position you play, what's your major.
All right, perfect. Okay, I'm Grace. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I've grown up there my entire life. I'm a midfielder here. I've played midfield most of my entire life. I'm more of like a attacking, but I play all positions in the midfield. My major is, it's called here film, theater, television, and I'm trying to do television side and do like maybe sports broadcasting, but just with thoughts of like working in sports after playing soccer. But yeah.
And then I'm Izzy. I'm from Minnesota, and I've similarly lived there most of my life. I was born in New York, but that's not really that important. And then I play forward here at Notre Dame, and I played forward maybe like the last couple years of my high school career. I played attacking mid before that. And then I'm majoring here in the Mendoza school of business, and I'm doing strategic management. So I don't really know. We'll see where that goes, but just getting a business degree from Notre Dame and then kind of love to play soccer, or we'll hopefully play soccer afterwards and then do whatever comes after that with business degree. So we'll see.
That's awesome. One thing we like to do is ask some quick questions. Is something we did last episode. So some fun would you rathers. So I guess Grace, you can answer first.
Perfect.
And then Izzy, you can answer after. Would you rather live in the city or live in the country?
I think city.
I'd say city too.
Would you rather eat pizza for every meal or ice cream for every dessert?
Ice cream.
Ice cream too. Let's see how many are similar.
Of course we're the same.
Yes.
Would you rather eat only sweet foods or only salty foods for the rest of your life?
Definitely sweet foods.
Oh, salty.
Ooh.
Yeah. I love sugar, so
Would you rather live without music or live without TV shows?
without TV shows for sure.
I would say the same thing, yeah.
No homework every day or no test ever again? My bad.
No tests, I would say, for me.
I would maybe say no homework.
Always straight A's and hate your classes or only C's but love your classes?
Ooh. Honestly, I'm gonna get the A, you know?
I was gonna say this. Yeah, you could just that GPA. I'd love to have a great one.
I would love a good GPA. You know what? Fun classes would make school fun, but just strive.
Y'all have your priorities straight.
Yeah.
Got some smart girls. That's why.
Try to be.
Or the opposite, and that's one. We want the A's. No, we're good. We're good.
Very smart. And also for those of you that don't know, Grace and Izzy are BFFs. So that's probably why they have a bunch of the same answers.
Oh.
Okay, we have a couple more questions that more relate to soccer. Would you rather run the beep test or a mile as fast as you can?
Honestly, it's kind of crazy. I don't mind the beep test, but I guess the mile would be over faster. So
That's exactly what I was thinking. I'm not even. I was like, okay, the beep test, I'd probably rather run it, but then that's 15, 20 minutes, and then the other one's literally.
Just sprint for a mile, I could probably do that.
No, I was going to say mile too.
Yeah. I feel like I'd have to agree with mile.
Yeah.
Faster you go, the faster it's over.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Would you rather have soccer practice in the morning or in the afternoon?
Now it's the afternoon because Notre Dame, that's what we do. But I sometimes, in the morning, it's nice to get over with, but balancing school and stuff, I think afternoon fits nicely in our schedule.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. I would probably say personally, if I just had to pick, I'd do morning, but I love the way that we do it. You get a whole day, you get to have pretty normal school schedule just being done by 3 p.m. So I actually do like it, but I'd probably say morning.
Would you rather always take a PK when the chance is given or never take a PK?
Always, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, always, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good answers.
Yeah. We got some confident
Hopefully.
Last one. Would you guys rather win an Olympic gold medal or a World Cup gold medal?
That's hard.
I'd probably say
I'd say World Cup, because I would say like everyone's playing in the World Cup, whereas like Olympics it's sometimes not everyone.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's a good answer. And like World Cup is like only soccer, so it's
World Cup is just like soccer donkey. You know what?
Everyone's bringing like their top talent.
Mhm.
So
That's the dream.
Okay, so now just pivoting more into kind of what you guys did this summer, we want to know more about y'all's experiences. So just in general, tell us kind of what y'all did this summer for Team USA.
Well, we both went down to Costa Rica and played with the under-20 national team in the CONCACAF tournament. So it was like the World Cup qualifiers, and the World Cup will be in Poland next September. So like, I mean, hopefully that's what we're working towards as well. And just got to keep getting called in, and like that's what we're going for. But it was like such a sweet experience. Unfortunately, like we did get third. We didn't win the tournament. We probably we had people that talent to do it, but we lost to a very talented Canada team. So that was very unfortunate. And we actually had a teammate on that team too. So
Yeah.
that was like a really fun game just to play against her too. But yeah, I don't know, Grace, if you want to add more to that.
Yeah, I'll add just like being with obviously Izzy is one of my best friends, so like that makes that experience that much sweeter. And like pre-camp and the people you meet along the way, I think that's like probably would be a highlight of my summer. Just like the pre-camp, being in Florida together, it's new faces, new people. So I would say just like, and then obviously being with your best friend. We had a few other Notre Dame teammates too, so getting to do that with like all of your best friends is just so perfect and like what you dream of. So like when it actually happens is just so amazing. And then CONCACAF didn't end the way we fully wanted to, but I mean, growing as a team and like us just being there together is just such an awesome experience. You can't beat it, really. Obviously, it's something you always work for, and then when you're in it, you like need to take a step back and realize it is like it's a dream of yours. So it was an awesome experience. I mean, there's so much to learn and grow from that. Like losing sucks, and so it's like losing to a talented Canada team was something that like, you know what, it hurts in the moment, but it only fueled the team for further games. So yeah, the World Cup is what we like obviously everyone's working for, but gotta make every roster.
I do want to preface though, we did qualify for the World Cup. So we did like what we needed to do.
Yeah, we came to qualify for it, but yeah. Didn't quite finish with the first, but it's okay. We can only learn and get better.
Yes.
What was kind of the lead up to the CONCACAF tournament for y'all? Like, how did you guys get called in? Like, how did you guys get looked at? How did they pick the roster?
Yeah.
There were I want to say there were 2 camps, I think, before pre-camp in the spring. So we both went down to Atlanta in like April, and we actually went over to Spain in February and played against England, Spain, and Netherlands. So that was also a really cool experience, just getting to play against some of the top talent in the entire world. Like their countries are all super stacked. And then the Atlanta camp was very much like we're both 2006 age group, so it was very much like 2006, 2007. And that was kind of the pool that they were looking at for the CONCACAF roster. And then that kind of came out a couple, maybe a month after that camp.
Yeah, so I think every camp you kind of go to, and then obviously our college season's in the fall. I mean, every game you play, every opportunity you get to play is like obviously someone's watching you. So I would say also the prep up leading to it too. Like obviously we can talk about that too. Like how do we prepare for it? I mean, I think every time you get called up, it's like an amazing opportunity. So we both were fortunate to go to Spain. So whenever you're there, it's like obviously in the back of your mind, they tell you too, like CONCACAF is coming up. And so like obviously like a goal of yours, and it's important to make goals too, because then you can reach them, and then it's also an awesome thing. But so then the Atlanta camp was great. Just obviously you go in there, perform, make new friends, like make it a whole experience, and then work as hard as possible with our college teams. And that's another thing we prepped. I would say like a lot of our prep wasn't at Notre Dame, and just making sure we stayed prepared in case you got the call, because you never know. It's roster to roster, you have no idea. But I think stayed prepared, and then once school was over for the month of May, just do work on your own and then hope you get the call.
And what opponents did you guys play when you were in CONCACAF?
We played, so I think we played Guyana, and then Puerto Rico, and then Costa Rica, and then Canada. And then I think the final would have been Mexico. So it was kind of like that Central America, North America, confederation of teams all there.
Awesome. What would you guys say is the biggest difference, or what kind of do you have to change in your mentality going from like youth national team camps and these games and then like college? Like what's the big difference there? Like how's the level, that sort of thing?
Sure. I would say Notre Dame does like an amazing job. I do have to say, like, the talent you're surrounded with, like, does prepare you. If not, like you can go into those environments and like lead in your own ways and help with stuff that I've learned here. So I do think that's such an important piece is like the college you come from. It's like if they prepare you, which hopefully that's somewhere you go, then makes that experience and that transition a little bit easier. But I would just say like, yeah, like Notre Dame has helped prep us and keep us prepared, and also just making sure that like it's never like, I mean, you're never like, oh yeah, I better make this camp. It's more just like always stay prepared. And I think that mentality has kind of helped me along the way is that like day to day, like get better every single day. And then that will hopefully lead you to then when you go to this stuff, like you can just be yourself. Obviously, you do have to adapt to environments. Like it's going to be a change, but it's also like something that like you've already prepared and you already have gone through that scenario in your head of like when I get there, it might be a little faster, a little quicker. Because granted, you're with like all the best players in the country, which is such an amazing like time. You're playing with all the best players, but so it's just a little bit of a change. But I would just say as long as you stay prepared before it, like when you get there, it's like, all right, I can do this.
No, yeah, I would totally echo everything that Grace said. And like Notre Dame prepared us so well for all the camps that we were in this spring and summer and the tournament. I would say one difference too is probably just like, well, I guess maybe some of the CONCACAF teams, maybe not, but like the opponents we play, like it's just the style of play in the UN is so different from like over, like even when we went to Spain, like those were like kind of brutal games and kind of eye-opening games and how talented like those like Spanish teams and just the way that they pass and the way they possess and like that made us like being defending them and stuff like have to grow and adapt our game and learn from that. And that's just obviously different from the way the US plays and the way the college game is. But Notre Dame for sure like prepared me, Grace, and our other teammates and like even Leah who's done like other US stuff like prepares all of us really well. And I would say makes the transition easier for sure.
Yeah. I like that idea that you guys keep mentioning, like just staying prepared because again, you have no idea when you're going to get called up, what's going to happen. You could be added to a roster last minute. You can be just like cut from a roster. Like it's all up in the air. So you just have to stay prepared and just work your hardest and just try to be like mentally ready at all times.
And it's for like, I mean, we were obviously like, like they told us the timeline. They're like, there's gonna be this camp like in January. They're like, there's gonna be these 5 camps this spring, summer, and like it's easy to like be in Spain, be in Atlanta, and like be looking forward. But I think like, and I know me and Grace like have talked about this and have the same like perspective on it. Like you just have to like be in the moment, be like, I try to like find gratitude in like where I'm at right now because you never know, like it could be your last opportunity. Like you're gonna do everything you can for it not to be, but like it could be. So just like being grateful, staying in the present, and then like just working as hard as you can to get called into the next one.
Yeah, right.
Totally agree.
Good point.
Love it.
The last thing before we transition kind of into more college soccer is since you guys are more kind of put in the spotlight, like people know about you guys just because you guys have been super successful in soccer, which is wonderful. How do you guys handle any like social media, like how do you handle your social media, like because you guys are in the spotlight, and then how do you like off of that, like how do you keep your confidence like up so that you're able to be prepared at all times for these camps?
I would just say like being authentic is so important. And like I know Izzy's the same exact way, and that's why like we get along so well. But it's just like being your true self, and like what you put out there is a reflection of yourself. So being aware that like what you put out there is going to represent you, and so you want others to obviously that's what they'll view you as. And so I think also like we are so big in our faith, and that's something that like we're not like we want to glorify God in all that we do. And I think being able to promote that, especially if you have some form of a following, is so important. And I think just like if that's who you are, do it and like do it like with like do it for your full self. And so I think that was just so important. And then like keeping confidence and stuff is just like also being rooted in your faith, like understanding that like you're doing everything like for obviously for God and for your faith, and like there's something bigger out there than just yourself and like your teammates, everything. I think it's also the people you surround yourself with. Like, I mean, Izzy and I are with each other all day, every day, and it's like as long as you have someone that you can like lean on and stuff, like that's also a boost of confidence too.
Yeah, I mean, and she talked about being rooted and like that's like what we both find our value in. So it's like, it's like sweet. Like you get posted by some like team and like having a good game, and it's cool to get like that recognition. But like that's never what either of us are doing it for. And like she said it like perfectly. Like we do it to glorify God and to shine His light to other people, and the most that we can. And like social media is honestly like it's a great platform to be able to use that. I'm like we like have somewhat of a following. So maybe I don't
tiny following.
It's really nothing crazy, But yeah, just using like whatever we have and the gifts and the situations that God's placed us in to glorify Him. And I feel like that keeps you rooted and that keeps you humble. And that's like a big theme within our Notre Dame team too. And like how like humble can we be in every moment and just going into this season, like we're always like working for it. We're always like trying to earn the next thing and like nothing's gonna be given to us. So in that way, like social media, yeah, the recognition, it's great. Like it always feels good, but just like remembering who you do it for, remembering your why, like even if it's not faith and stuff, but and then also just like staying grounded and remember like usually the media is either you're always not as like as good or as bad as they say you are. So
And I think also not putting like too much value also on social media and like what people say and stuff, because it's like once again, like, yeah, it could feel good to have an Instagram post, but it's like if that's what you find like joy and happiness in, it won't ever satisfy you. So finding other things that would actually fulfill you is what helps in the long run.
I love like your guys' answer about like using your faith as like a platform. Like that's awesome. Just because a lot of people don't usually like see social media as that, especially as an athlete as well.
Yeah.
Could you guys tell us a little bit about your freshman season in college this last year?
Yeah, I mean, I would say like both of us had like successful freshman years for sure, but like that doesn't go without saying like there weren't ups and downs, and like it was for sure still a roller coaster. And even looking towards this fall, like we're super excited and like we're prepared for the adversity and we're prepared for like whatever's going to come at us. Like we know it's going to happen, and like we know like all three of us, all four of us, like in college and stuff, like you know how to deal with it, but doesn't mean it's not going to come. So yeah, I think like we like learned a lot this season or that last season. I think there was like what was really special. We had a lot of like freshmen doing well and playing. And I think what was like cool was we had like this, even like our upperclassmen had it, like this kind of like not naive, but like this just like joy and just like happiness to be there that like it almost made it like that helped our chemistry, that helped like us on the field because we were just like honestly just having so much fun with each other, like playing, like doing what we love. So it was like, I mean, I have like I look back on last season and it was so much fun. And I think like the biggest things like I want to learn from it is like what can I keep doing that like I did last year, that Grace did last year, that Leah did last year, like what can we keep doing? And then like we also worked out so much in the off season on like there were obviously we didn't win a national championship. And even if we did, I'm sure there were things to learn from it. So and there were so many things that we could learn from last season. So I feel like we have a really good perspective going into this season. And we took like a lot of lessons from like all our losses, our ties, like it was very far from perfect, but yeah, I have a lot to be proud of. I'm proud of myself and like for our transition into college, and I can't wait to see what this season's gonna hold.
That was well said too. I would just say, yeah, the thing that highlight like that stands out the most I think about freshman year is just the joy. And like I'm listening to you talk and I'm like smiling. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was like it was obviously nothing's perfect, but like I couldn't picture anything a better spot to be. Obviously Notre Dame, like us three, all of our parents all went here, so it ended up just kind of working out for that. That's actually crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, all of our parents met Notre Dame. That's awesome. But yeah, so like obviously it's been a dream of mine, and I know you guys too, just to play here. And so I think being able just to wear the uniform every day and like walk around campus, like we all talk about like the gratitude it brings. And I think that's also what helped us just have so much fun and like bring so much joy out of each other, which is that like it's something we love to do. And I also think it's like I mean, we were in the Sweet 16 and we're all dancing at halftime and you're just like, that team, like what is happening? Because there's so much joy. But and then also just like the learning lessons. There's so much to learn and grow from every game, like your approach and mentality from wins, losses, ties, like there's so much to like grow. And I think that's the exciting thing that we could take into this next year is that like, wow, we do have talent. Like we're humble enough to know that like we're not like everyone's awesome. Every team is going to be great this year. And like it's all we're just so excited. There's just so much to get better at, and yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I like how y'all mentioned like having fun. I mean, it's just super important to always have fun. Like that's why we play. And like if you're not having fun, then something's wrong. And then also the second thing is just like kind of Grace and Izzy mentioned, like us at Notre Dame and probably like every other school too. One of our big things is like humility. So just always staying grounded, staying rooted, and remembering your why you play, and then just working like you have the most fun when you serve others and you serve your teammates. And that just helps the whole team like come together and reach a common goal together. And that's how you have the most fun. So I feel like that's what brings us really close as a Notre Dame team. We're all just like we're just laughing and smiling the whole time.
I love it. I have so much fun together.
Yeah, we
And
do.
like something, yeah. I think something special, like, even what our coach always talks about is, like, how can you guys serve each other, and I think that kind of environment has, like, made our practices, everything so positive and so much fun. Obviously, yeah, it's not all sunshine and rainbows like, every day, but I do think, like, with the ability of all of each other just to go out to practice every day, either locker room, anything, it's just, like, how can we make each other better and not, like, "Oh, how can like, what is everyone gonna give me? What's everyone gonna do for me?" It's, like, how can I serve other people? I think
Right. Yeah, that's huge. How was overall the transition from like club soccer and high school soccer, if you guys did that, into the college soccer environment? So just the transition from high school to college soccer.
Yeah. I mean, I would say, like, my club and high school environment, both, like, athletically and academically, actually, like, prepared me, like, really well for Notre Dame. Like, even we, like, were both blessed to, like, be in USA camps and, like, that level and, like, the speed of play, like, prepared me well. In terms of, like, I mean, I would also actually add that, like, speed of play was probably, like, the biggest thing for
yeah.
me, just, like, and I feel like every, like, high schooler into college says that because it is different and you're playing against girls that are bigger, faster, stronger. It's like, how can you, like, adjust to it, but also still have the confidence to know, like, you're good enough to play in this league, like, you're here for a reason. So, I think, like, for me, it actually went pretty smoothly. I'm also, like, super close to my family, and I was, like, a little bit scared that, like, oh, being homesick, like, I'm from Minnesota, like, it's not too far, but, like, it's not like they're here every single weekend. But I actually, like, I mean, our team is like a family, and I think, like, that was it, like, helped me assimilate so much easier to the school. So I would say it actually went much smoother than I thought it would, but, like, in a good way.
Yeah, I would say the same too. I would say speed of play, obviously, like, I mean, you can't mimic a college environment, especially if you go to, I mean, any university. I'm sure it's high speed, and that's what Notre Dame promotes here is just like our speed of play. So I think just adjusting to that, but I think having just like an open mindset and just ready to learn, I think really helped because even our first game, we lost, and like even that film session, like I literally like just learned so much from just the first one, and I think my ability like from that game to the next one, just to be able to be coached and be open to that because obviously it's not the easiest thing when you don't succeed fully the first time you try it. But I think as long as you don't quit when someone like a coach gets on you or you need to learn, I think I just my ability to like and anyone's ability just to flip the page and just it's not gonna be perfect when you first start, but just to keep trying and keep going. I think that was super important and what helped me in the long run because it's not easy. I mean, in the people too, like your transition, you're away from home. So that's also hard, but just finding your people and really sticking with each other, I think helped.
Yeah, and I feel like there were just so many, like, learning like, I feel like we
So
grew so
much.
much in 1 year and matured so much, like, not that we were, like, immature coming in, but, like, you just, like, find out how to be independent, how to live on your own, and, like, how to take, like yeah, like, a coach I mean, it's happened to all of us, like, coach yelling at you, a coach, like, telling you, like, pointing you out in film in front of the whole team, and, like, as a freshman, as a senior, like, it's hard for everyone, but, like, especially if you've never been in that position, so, I feel like we, like, learned so much, grew so much, and it's, like, really cool to look back on too.
Yeah, and I still say, like, looking back on, like, now, I mean, it's only been a year, but, like, it's crazy how it's already been a year.
Good old
But I'm
days.
just, like, looking back, even at when I first came in, it's, like, how far I've grown from now and also, like, the moments that those are what make you better. So it's, like, if you're going into your first season or whatever and you're nervous, it's, like, but that's so normal and also, like, where you'll be from a year from now, it's, like, if you just do, like, all the right things, like, listen I mean, obviously, your coaches have your best interests and stuff. So it's just, like, as long as you can just learn as much as you can, be a sponge, I think that's, like, the best advice.
What are you guys looking forward to then this upcoming season?
I mean, I'm sure the answer is gonna be the same for all of us, but, like, the games
Yep.
and just, like, all the, like, fun memories that we're gonna have together, and, like, obviously, the games are where, like, you can put on the show of, like, what we've been practicing, what we've been working on, but, like, even just day in and day out, like, I think about, like, locker room hangouts. We just got a new locker room, which has been great, and we've all been hanging out there, like, pretty much all day. She's in the locker room, yeah. So
Beautiful.
exactly. So, like, even just, like, the little things, the, like, daily moments, like, I don't wanna just highlight the games because obviously, like, yeah, that's where, like, scoring and the winning and all that happens, and that's how you
Mhm.
win a national championship, but even just, like, all the moments that we have together as a team is what I'm at least looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm thinking the same thing. Like, literally just today, we're out in the field and I'm just like, this is like it's like, yeah, where dreams are made, and I think us growing up here at Notre Dame, it's like you've seen that field a million times, so then being able to play on it is just so amazing, and the late night games, we have a lot of good home games this year, and the people here, like, all of our dorm friends, like, school friends, other athlete friends, like, obviously, everyone they love to support, so I think, yeah, just being at home games are so fun. and just like the school year, like all the little memories that happen. Like there's so many times over the summer we were talking to each other and like looking back at memories, you're like, this is a perfect, like this is amazing, this was so fun, and you're like, gosh, like overall it was just so much fun. So like it's all the little things as much as it is the big things, and like the stuff you like, the soccer, the grind, the process, like just finding joy, I think, in the process and the practices early, late. So just excited for it all, obviously, but
yeah. I know we like didn't really answer it that well.
yeah, not at all. I'm like the game. I mean, sure, everything else too, but the
game practices, locker.
Yeah. I mean, anything. I mean, I guess class I could be excited for. Like, I can be different trying to class.
I'm gonna really cherish this month before it starts.
For sure.
So get all in. Yeah.
Yeah, excited to see the people again. I would say,
still,
like, yeah, I would say the other thing is like the people here at Notre Dame are so awesome, and like we have so many great friends on different sports teams, different dorms, like from classmates. So I think that's also a special thing that like I'm so grateful for that I've found in Notre Dame. It's just that there's so many amazing people here, no matter if on your team or not. And so I think there's so many bonds that I made my freshman year that I just love, and I'm super excited to see everyone again when they come back to school.
Awesome. So Grace is excited for school.
I mean, like maybe, but I'll say that's a little
we
different.
can have the like work of school, but
yeah,
the idea of school being college, it's okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Once you get to the end of preseason, you're like, I need classes. I need like something else in my day.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. The first day of school is always fun.
Yeah.
You just like have
After that,
yeah.
I'm kidding. No, I'm making it sound like I like don't like school.
No.
No,
Izzy loves school.
And two smarties on the call. Very smart, and Grace is also really smart.
You are. No.
You guys are laughing, but we all know that you guys are very, very smart. They make very good grades. And
we'll put the work in.
really good at stuff.
Put the work in for academics. We'll try.
Me too. We do try. Put the work in.
Yeah. Put the student and student athlete.
Exactly.
Yes. You guys do a great job of that. You guys seem very well rounded and good at soccer too and everything else in between. So since we're just kind of entering preseason, what is one thing that you're excited for specifically in this preseason? To do with the team, it can be doing with soccer or outside of soccer, anything.
I would say last year we did these skits, and my group was, I think, the funniest group I've ever met. But I was a freshman, and so I didn't even realize it. And I still look back on videos from that one night. We just did like literally inside out. We were all different characters, and I will still cry laughing at the video. And just the memories of like the night building up to it, making our skit, like that was just such like a bonding moment. So I think that was really funny. And when it happens again, I hope we can top it.
I know. I was like trying to think of something specific, and the skit night is her group was hilarious. My group, we did like Love Island skit, so that was also I loved it. It was so fun to do.
So yeah.
So we do have to do that again.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah. But
and for my sugar addiction, I would say ice cream nights.
There were a lot of we had ice cream night tonight too.
Yep,
there's a
whole team ice cream.
I think ice cream night's tomorrow night too. Maybe the next night.
Oh, yes, we do have one tomorrow night too.
Okay, actually, it's on a schedule.
Yeah, it's on the schedule. Ice cream tomorrow. Yeah, so we like sweet treats.
I think also preseason, like what I love is like the weather's like so. I mean, the weather's nice in the fall too, but like it's so nice in the summer, and like all the days are just like glorious. So like even just like going and like doing wall ball outside, like being off our field, being outside, like when you don't have like class and like homework hanging over you, so fun. Yeah, I'm excited.
Awesome. Okay, awesome. One last question is, who are you guys most excited to play this season?
I have my answer, but do you?
Revenge or?
I was literally thinking I had two answers. One was revenge, one wasn't.
Okay, let's say revenge first.
One, but
let's say revenge first.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Stanford.
Oh, we don't play Stanford.
We
don't play Stanford.
Oh, yeah. Wait, yeah, we don't.
Wait, Stanford,
yeah. So I was like, I would love to play them in the national.
Yeah, I'd love to play them. Yeah, but outside our schedule right now, I would say Duke. We had a good match with them last year, so it'd be fun.
UNC too, because we didn't play them last year.
Yeah.
That was going to be my first answer.
Yeah, that was mine too. But I was like, you know what? Maybe we were thinking the same. But
we also know, I mean, we had there are girls from UNC from camp and stuff. And there were some that were in like Costa Rica with us and like that we're close to. So like it's be fun too to like play against friends and people that you know.
Yeah, I think UNC, that's a good one too. Just a lot of good friends on that team. They're talented roster. So it'll be a fun match. We play them.
That was going to be so good. Like,
those are all home games too.
I'm excited for your season too.
Thanks. Thank you.
And we talk so more all Notre Dame, and I'm like, you're gonna do great too.
Well, we want to thank you guys for coming on. You guys said a lot of like really important things that I think a lot of like freshmen can take away, even just club soccer players. So thank you so much for coming on, and I can't wait for everybody to get to watch you guys do amazing this season again.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes,
of
thank
course.
you.
Come back on whenever.
I know we'll come back.
Cool.
Make sure to catch these two superstars in season this fall, and we appreciate everyone listening. Your messages and feedback mean everything to us, so catch us on Instagram at Leah.Klenke and Kate Phillips 04. See you next week.